and a little bit of passion afterwards.
You love it.
That'll be the first personal.
Careful what you wish for. Djonai Carrington. You're the one who circled 8/23 on the calendar. You're the one who tweeted it out like it was a date the whole basketball world needed to pay attention to. People paid attention, and what they saw was a bad game. If you thought the tension had ended after last week's explosive moment with Sophie Cunningham, think again. The second Cunningham stepped off the floor, Djonai Carrington sent a message of her own, a deliberate shoulder barge, straight into Caitlin Clark. Was it payback? A mind game? Something more personal? Whatever it was, what happened next stunned the entire arena. Professional sports love a good villain.
Bag, Djonai, clout chaser, Carrington. Careful what you wish for, Djonai. Be careful what you wish for. You're the one that circled 8/23 on the calendar. You're the one who tweeted out 8/23 as if it was some date we all should pay attention to. And people paid attention and saw you. Ooh, you had a bad game.
But what happens when the designated antagonist keeps turning every rivalry into a masterclass on how to completely play yourself on national television? This entire saga reached a whole new level of absurdity after that altercation a couple of weeks ago, when Carrington got herself tossed from a high-stakes matchup for a wild flagrant 2 on Sophie Cunningham. Right when
on an absolute display versus the Chicago Sky in a huge win for the Indiana Fever. Take a look at this. The girl continues to just do the impossible. Caitlin Clark has more 30-point 10 assist games than the rest of WNBA history combined. She has more 30-point 10 assist games than the entire history of the WNBA.
Everybody thought the league might see a moment of reflection, cool heads, maybe even a suspension. Carrington decided her true calling was actually revenge, setting her sights firmly back on the league's biggest lightning rod. What followed in their very next meeting was nothing short of a theatrical performance. Exaggerated side-eye, a dramatic flopping demonstration.
Like, just play basketball. Like, why it always got to be something with the same repeated offenders, man? Like, it's always like the less talented out of the group, right? The less talented ones always focus on everything but basketball. The ones that's talented, you know what they focus on? Putting the ball in the hoop. The ones that's less focused, that's less talented, you know what they focus on? They focus on being violent.
Shoulder barge so blatantly obvious it turned the entire stadium into a wall-to-wall chorus of head-shaking amusement. To understand how everyone got here, you have to look back at the plan Carrington seemingly laid out on social media before the matchup. After getting ejected for the foul on Cunningham, she took to her own accounts and posted a cryptic date, practically
just to get embarrassed by Caitlin Clark. The big bad wolf coming through, blowing houses down until she tried to blow down the Caitlin Clark brick house that was built by Djonai. This lady was 3 for 11. 3 for 11, 0 for 3 from the 3. A terrible performance. My goodness, tried to come out and take the show, right? Tried to create her moment, and guess what, Djonai? Now your name is Djonai Who Carrington.
Marking her calendar for the exact day she'd face Indiana again. It read like a movie trailer, an ominous warning to the basketball world that when August rolled around, retribution was coming, and nobody was going to stop her from delivering a physical statement. The problem with announcing your own villain arc on a public calendar, though, is that you actually have to back it up with basketball once the game clock starts ticking. Instead of coming out like a focused competitor,
Caitlin Clark makes 8 3-pointers. The Indiana Fever win by 23 points. Great foresight on your end, Djonai Carrington. Nobody asked you to clothesline Sophie Cunningham, go into the locker room and tweet, "White privilege." Nobody forced you to do it, but she did it. And he put the spotlight on you. So coming into this game, we were all asking, what's Djonai Carrington going to do 8/23? And
Carrington entered the hardwood looking like someone whose main strategy involved picking a fight with the ref, the crowd, and the laws of physics, all while Clark was casually warming up her shooting sleeve like it was any other night. The moment the game got underway, the intensity was obvious. But the tone got set almost immediately by how completely unbothered Clark looked by the noise being directed her way.
I don't care about basketball anymore. I don't care about basketball. The only thing that I care about is, can I go and clip farm on Caitlin Clark? Like, the second she checked into the game and does that, we're all like, here goes Djonai. And then the next possession was this shit. She tries to start shit with Caitlin. Caitlin's just like...
During the second quarter, with Indiana holding a razor-thin lead, Carrington was whistled for a defensive foul after trying to wall off a drive from Clark. Instead of jogging back to organize the defense, she decided this was the perfect moment for an impromptu drama demonstration right in front of official Charles Watson, flailing her arms, throwing her head and shoulders back in an exaggerated pantomime, trying to convince the officiating crew and the fans in the front row that Clark had just committed an Oscar-worthy flop.
Used to play on the court as a rookie, but she brings a defensive mentality. That'll be the first
Poking the bear. Look at her. Once again, trying to create her moment. Look at her. Why you keep acting like I'm fouling you? Look, and then she's all in the ref face, spitting on him. Look at this. Somebody give her the t-shirt, man. Give her the tech. Give her the tech. Look at this. I'm not doing anything. I'm just guarding up. Okay. You want the smoke? Caitlin gonna give it to you. You want the smoke? She's gonna give it to you, man. Look, turn around.
Exactly 40 seconds after that flopping demo, Clark caught the ball on the perimeter, created space with her trademark step back, and rose right over Carrington's outstretched hand to bury a smooth three-pointer. As the ball ripped through the net to break the tie, Carrington's frustration visibly boiled over into something pettier. As Clark turned to jog back on defense, clear as day on the high-definition cameras, Carrington veered out of her natural lane and deliberately threw her shoulder into Clark's path, a classic drive-by shoulder barge. The kind of nudge you'd expect in a middle school hallway. A physical exclamation point after getting scored on. The funniest part of the whole exchange, though, was Clark's reaction. Instead of falling to the floor, escalating into a shouting match, or looking for a technical, she simply sidestepped the contact, raised one hand, and waved Carrington off like a minor inconvenience.
for herself, but her gravity as well brings shots for others. Wow, the sky needed that one. Caitlin Clark off the dribble, cold-blooded.
Caitlin Clark answered the bell tonight with a magnificent 37 points, 10 assists. She knocks down a career-high 8 threes, goes 8 for 12 from three-point range, was on an absolute heater tonight. You can't say enough about how she played tonight. The Fever win 113-90.
The way you'd brush away a mosquito at a summer picnic. The internet erupted with clips of the barge almost instantly, racking up hundreds of thousands of views within minutes. And the contrast between the two players is exactly what made it spread so fast. One player visibly trying to start a physical feud, the other acting like she barely registered the attempt at all. That's become the pattern in this rivalry. Every time Carrington tries to rattle Clark, physical play, verbal jabs, social media callouts, the response ends up being another highlight of Clark simply playing basketball at an elite level while everything else bounces off her. Analysts breaking down the footage the next morning made the same point repeatedly. Initiating physical contact against a player who's already lighting up the scoreboard tends to make the instigator look more desperate than intimidating. And on this night, the scoreboard told exactly that story. One team's plan for retribution ending with the other team's star calmly walking away with the win and the moment, both firmly in hand.
Like the Clark show that she put on in Chicago, any and everybody can get it. Was that white privilege? Well, wait a minute, Djonai Carrington. Was that white privilege? 37 points. Was that white privilege? 10 assists, 37 point, 10 assists, double-double. Was that a white privilege double-double? Was that 8 3-pointers? Right in your eyes, hitting threes from Baghdad, on Natasha Cloud, on you, on anybody. The girl was pulling up from the parking lot. Was that a part of white privilege?
She just can't get out of her own way at this point, huh? From raking people across the head, playing victim, saying white privilege, wearing a blonde wig at that, right? Going on your phone, breaking league policy, facing no punishment, showing black privilege in this league. going at the white girl once again on August 23rd. Although it was your funeral last night, Caitlin Clark led your funeral. I enjoyed watching your funeral last night. It was pretty
level
fun.
where like she might be on a minimum contract. She might be looking at being on a minimum contract next year. From people talking about from being on a max contract last year, she could be on a minimum contract next year because she is she worth the drama? Is she worth the drama? Is her play worth the fact that she's going to smack at least 4 people in the head a season and she is going to cause one national crisis?